KILR Killer Game.
Hello, gamers, simmers, and pilots. Welcome to my tour around the world featuring Flight Simulator for Windows 95. Just to shorten things up, we'll just call it Flight Simulator 95. I had debated on whether I wanted to do a video on this for a while, because from what I had read, it was really only just a step up from Windows, not Windows, but Flight Simulator 5.1. And then I decided to, well, I got it for completion purposes. And then I took a look at it a little bit more and then realized, oh, this has got some things from 5.1 and this has got some things from Flight Simulator 98. So let me show you, for example, what I'm talking about. So you can obviously see the control panel here. This control panel is actually from Flight Simulator 5.1. The graphics outside are pretty much Flight Simulator 98. And it's got, I don't think it has all of the airports that Flight Simulator 98 does, but it's kind of in that direction, if that makes sense. Plus the graphics, I think most of them are the same as Flight Simulator 98, but there are a few exceptions to where they're using graphics from Flight Simulator 5.1. So I think like some of the photorealistic stuff, like where we're at right now, which is Meigs Field, it's using the same graphics from Flight Simulator 5.1. I think maybe the clouds in the sky are about the same too. I'm not too sure, but those are things that we can check out. But most notably, that's different is your menu options. You know, they no longer look like the DOS menu, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, so right here is a screenshot from one of the flights that I did on Flight Simulator 5.1, and you can see towards the top there, right up here, this is the original menu. So it looked like that. But and here's some other differences too. You can see the control panel is, it looks exactly the same, but it's not exactly the same. Number one, yeah, you've got this curve right here, but the actual display window actually goes all the way down past it. So you don't have this little black thing here. It actually goes over. So you'll see that. And then this right here, this has got the, I believe the number of the aircraft on there. It doesn't have this, I'm not sure what that says, like air tube encoder equipped. I'm not quite sure what that says. It's kind of, I don't know, does anyone know what that says? It looks like it says air and then like TUGE. I can read the rest, encoder equipped, but I thought maybe it was like attitude encoder equipped or altitude, or you know, I can't really tell what this says here. But keep that in mind. and then I will switch back to Flight Simulator 95, and you can see here it's got the aircraft sign. I keep wanting to say call sign. I don't know if that's the right term, but yeah, so it's got that sitting right there, but everything else is pretty much the same. And then when you go into these menu options, they're a lot nicer. This is like what you would see in Flight Simulator 98. It would look like this. So it looks a lot nicer. And your options are very... the options that you have in Flight Simulator for Windows 95 is pretty much on par with what's on Flight Simulator 98. I mean, to be honest with you, Flight Simulator 95 is Flight Simulator 6. So it's version 6, and Flight Simulator 98 is version 6.1. So that's just a little bit of a history lesson in regards to this. And that's why I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do it or not, because you have 5.1, you've got Flight Simulator 98. I didn't really think that Flight Simulator 95 was really that much more different between the two. It kind of isn't. But on that same token, I know that there are going to be some viewers out there that, whoa, well, that was a shadow that passed by. That was kind of cool. I know there are going to be some of you viewers out there that have some fond memories of this specific version of Flight Simulator. Maybe you didn't play Flight Simulator 5. Maybe you didn't play Flight Simulator 98. But you do remember this one. Well, this is for you guys. So the world tour that we're doing is going to be following the same exact flight plan as what's been happening with all the other simulators that I've been doing, the same exact flight plan, with exception to some of the older ones, like Flight Simulator 2 and 3, for one, Flight Simulator 1 for that matter. Well, that Flight Simulator 1 is not going to be a world tour because there's just no way to do it on that one. That's called the Quad City Tour. There's going to be a Chicago tour, New York, Seattle, and was it LA, Los Angeles, I think, because there are no scenery discs to expand that one. So that one's going to be kind of like its own thing. But as far as Flight Simulator 2 and 3, we're limited to the Sublogic scenery discs. And it doesn't even cover the entire United States, most of it, but not all of it, and like Western Europe, Hawaii, and Japan, but nothing else. And you couldn't do custom content until Flight Simulator 4. So, but other than that, this is going to follow the same exact flight plan as all the other ones. So if you've come here to relive some old memories, welcome. You can enjoy the flight here with me and the things that I'm going to do to enhance this simulator as if it were new and out today, and you know, what kind of expansions and enhancements can we do to this simulator to make it even more exciting. That's what we're going to be doing with this. And one of those is RealATC, which I will show you right here. RealATC. Oh, free Flight Sim Windows 95 hints and tips strategy guide. Well, it didn't really come in the box, or maybe you had to put in for it, but yeah, so what this does not give you air traffic control, so don't think that. But what it does do is it gives you ATC Chatter, and it's fine, but after a while you keep hearing the same stuff over and over again. Now what's great is those sound files are WAV. So I've been able to download some real ATC files from liveatc.net and then convert those to the right bit rate, right file format, and then replace the original WAV files with the ones from liveatc.net. Takes a little bit of work because I have to sit there and break up all the sound files and rename them, and there are some like where the tower is, there's like 69 WAV files that you need to replace. So it's a bit of work, but what's going to happen is that it's going to make this sound very cool. This is going to be beyond any other type of video that you would see. But let's go ahead and get going with our first flight, and we'll do that by pulling up our map. And so if you've taken a look at the other flights, you would know that we're going to be flying. We're here, Merrill Meigs, and we're flying here to Chicago O'Hare. So it's a very short flight, but that is the first one that we're going to be doing. So we'll go ahead and get everything ready here. Now, in order to get the RealATC going, what we need to do is go to Flights, go to Adventures, and all this stuff here, these are all RealATC, but these are actual adventures that take you from like one location to another location, and it's got some detailed sounds. But we've got this right here where it will give you random chatter based on what frequency you're tuned in on, and it that frequency will change automatically depending upon how your aircraft is at the moment, and I'll explain that as we go. So we got RealATC Chatter only, or you can have it to where your weather is random, and that's usually what I do. I usually select random weather. So we'll go ahead and select that. All right. So I went ahead and changed the weather.
Philippine 166, can we make a right turn here? That's correct. Okay.
All right, and so you can hear the chatter going. We don't have anything. Oh, this is cool. I just now noticed this. I definitely don't remember seeing this in 5.1, but you can see how the gray of the clouds. That's just cool. I don't ever remember seeing that. So there is no actual, as you would know, ATC for Meigs, because there was a mayor who decided that he would tear up Merrill Meigs.
Eagle with Kilo, instruments Long Beach.
Citation 693 Mike, so cleared to Long Beach Airport. Oasis 1 departure, Groffs transition. Groffs, direct Hector, KO3 arrival. Maintain 17,000 departure frequency, 125.9er, squawk 5.
Alright, we're going to turn around here.
Okay, the Oasis departure, Golfs transition, Golfs, direct Hector, KO3 arrival, Long Beach, 13,000, 125.95350.
Okay, recheck your initial altitude, so the initial altitude would be 17,000.
I'm sorry, 17,000 for 939.
93 Mike, the readback is correct. Kilo is current. Have a good flight.
Good day. Southwest 383 anointed, Salt Lake, Charlie 402.
Southwest 383, learners of your arm request, sir, stand by. Just one United 2418, you're released at 1913, void at 1933, time is 1754.5.
Okay, 1913, 1933 is the void time for United 2418, thanks.
Southwest 383 is clear Salt Lake City Airport. Oviedo 3 departure. Milford transition as filed. Maintain 17,000. Departure frequency 133.95. Squawk 1015.
Okay, I think you did give us the Oviedo 3, Milford 17,000, 3395 1015.
Oviedo 3 departure is correct. The readback on the clearance is correct. You come out of gate 4.
Sure.
Have a good flight.
Thank you, good day.
Yeah, so Tank 42 is Kilo for Charlie.
Song clearance at Talon 42.
Scenic 42.
Take 42, clear Charlie departure, squawk 4224.
4224. 42, thanks.
Morning, clearance Frontier 382, looking to go to Salt Lake City with Kilo.
Frontier 382, clear
With
Salt Lake City.
Kilo.
Oviedo 3 departure, Milford transition, then as filed. Maintain 17,000.
Look at this.
Departure frequency will be 133.95.
I don't remember seeing that before.
1305.
Clear to Salt Lake City, Oviedo 3 departure, Milford transition as filed, 17 and 133.95.
So as you would expect, I have
Readback
the
is correct. You come out of gate 23.
scenery
That's correct.
Thank you and have a good flight.
up all the way, very dense.
172 on request to Reno, flight level 310.
We are at 172. It's good.
we'll
Reno
just
Airport awaits one departure.
go around you there, buddy.
Maintain 17,000. Departure frequency will be 125.9 squawk 6764.
Area 172 is cleared to Reno via the Oasis 1 departure Beatty transition as filed. Maintain 17,000, 125.9 squawk 6764. We're at Alpha 11 Kilo.
We are at 172. Thank you. The readback is
Oops.
correct. Have a good flight.
Have a good day. Roger, 297. I'd like to check on our flow control to San Fran.
Call clearance. Who was that, please?
I was United 2097 to San Francisco.
2097, Roger. We have pre-departure clearance. I show company accepted Charlie 8.
Okay, thanks. International Airport departure information November 16000. Temperature 582.30. Wind calm, altimeter 3020. Turbojet aircraft departing runway 25 right. All other aircraft departing runways 19er. Notice airman, intersection Alpha 2 is the departure threshold for runway 25 right. Split grounds are in use. All departing aircraft without pre-departure clearance contact clearance delivery on 118.0. VFR aircraft state your destination and requested altitude. On initial contact, advise you have information November. TWA 730, a little bit left there inside the white line, please. Yeah, we're coming left right now, TWA 730, and just to verify.
So what we're hearing, this is all ground.
Southwest 1123, push on gate 22, Southwest 1123, down to what's your discretion.
Just hitting the wrong button.
Southwest 1123.
So what we do now is we bring down one thing of flaps. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't seem to... Oh, that's a different sound effect. So when we do that, it's going to change the comm radio, and we're going to start hearing wave files from tower. I believe it already did change it. So we'll go ahead and we'll get going here.
Craig 1178, final for 25 left.
1117, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, right 1117.
I hear a bit of a difference in the engine too. Okay, we got a plane just going right through us. That's cool.
898 heavy contact departure. 898.
Dynamic scenery was not smart during this time. It's kind of like, oh, you're in the way. We're just going to go right through you.
360 with 5, runway 25 right, quick for takeoff.
Takeoff 25 right, Amtrak 648 heavy.
Man, that scenery is dense. That's actually nice looking.
Heavy, runway 7 left, taxi into position, hold for wake turbulence. Roger, taxi into position 407 left.
What I was going to say is that the engine sound sounds different. I hear the sound of the 5.1, but there's like a low hum too. All right, let me gear up.
American 1117 at the end, turn right, cross runway 25 right on Alpha 7, traffic will hold your position and contact ground point 1.
Take clear to cross on the runway American.
Yeah, see, I thought the sound effect was just like Flight Simulator 5.1. I hear it in there, but there's also a newer sound along with it. It sounds nice, actually.
American 1117, hold short of runway 7 left. Remain this frequency, hold short.
Hey, we got to fly by the Prudential building, you know we do.
Go ahead.
Roger, hold short of runway 7 left for departing traffic.
Hold short now for departing traffic.
Hey, Prudential! Try not to hit the building. Woo!
M10 1091 on a short final, next left. M10 1091, sorry, thank you, insight, runway 1 on our left, clear to left. Clear lane, M10 1091.
So we're going to start hearing some real RealATC now. And I don't mean the program, but I mean like actual live ATC. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring us up high, because that's going to change our radio to like center. So we're going to do a little bit of a long flight here. Not too much, not too long. So we still have some blocky clouds going on here, just like we did in 5.1.
Charlie, Alpha minus 2.9. Hotel Charlie, Alpha minus 2.9, on board this 9741. Alpha 9. I'm sorry, you can jump to Alpha 7 now. Alpha 7, Alpha, Hotel Charlie. Alpha 7, Perfect. What were you going to again? Just started waiting 3,000, turn left heading 270. Leaving 3,000 left 270, United 707. Yes, 707 departure 1250. 1250, United 707. Heading 1447, heavy turn left, heading 360. Left turn 360, heading 1447. United 240 is speed your discretion.
Looks like we still have a bit of a problem with the haze, which is nice. Oh. Where you'll see it, but then it kind of like angles off this direction. Okay, so that looks like midway right there. Now we've got to go past like 4,000 above ground level in order for it to switch to center. But we'll see this change here in a moment. So that's what I'm doing. Because as we get up in the air with the flaps down and landing gear up, you get switched to departure after a certain well, heck, why don't I just pull this out? It's easier for me just to read it than it is for me to kind of... Okay, so while on the ground, your comm radio will be tuned to 121.1 and you will hear ground-related traffic. Setting flaps for takeoff, that will change the comm radio to 118.40 and you will hear all tower-related traffic. After takeoff, through 2,000 above ground level, you'll still be on tower, but when you return flaps to 0, it will again change the comm radio to 123.6, and you will hear all departure-related traffic. This will continue until you climb through 4,000 above ground level, or 13,000 for jets. And then the comm radio will change to 120.4 for en route traffic. And that's what we're on right now. And then when we're on approach, when we descend back through 4,000 above ground level, it will switch to 123.8 for approach. And then when you pass through 2,000 above ground level, it will change to 118.4 for tower control. And then once you land and you return your flaps back to their upright position, like your chair, it will switch it back to ground. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make our way over to Chicago O'Hare. Oh, 113.9. Oh, it's already set right here. Kind of annoying. This gives you a chance to take a look at the textures from up here, though. So the city textures, I believe, are the same in Flight Simulator 98. Holy crap, man. How long is that middle marker going to be off?
Jack, center maintain 1000, Indianapolis, altimeter 2979er, GPS 63, Chicago, sir.
I hope that thing is not stuck.
Lot 3550 is the last part was stuck. I just verified Jack, add and maintain 1000. GPS 753, Chicago Center, good evening. Number 293, Chicago Center. After ND.
Yeah, you can hear Chicago Center now.
Across ND, add and maintain 6000. GPS 753, cross 45 miles.
As long as you don't mind the beeping sound.
3000. Rockford's altimeter is 2977, clear direct Rockford. Corporate 235, connect Chicago, approach 125.0. Flight cargo 1467, change from alternate frequency 135.75. Flight cargo 1467, Champagne's altimeter 2983. GPS 785, connect Rockford approach 121.0.
Now I can't see.
See ya.
How close are we to Midway? Is it me, or is that thing broke? Oh, thank goodness. I didn't think it was going to stop. I thought it was broke. I love the sound of the engine. It's like the sound of a modern sound effect and mixed in with the Flight Simulator 5 sound effect. See, this is the first time I've actually played Flight Simulator 95. I mean, no kidding. Right now is the first time I've actually played it. So this is going to be cool for me also.
Departure Skyhawk 80377 is with you. Climb it to 3500 if we can, and on to Southwest County, South County.
0377 main north of Highway 101. You can show your own navigation. Maintain D4.
377, will do.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring our flaps down. Keyboard controls are not the same as they were. We should start hearing some chatter for approach. Yeah, I heard him say cleared. Okay, there's a runway. I see one.
United 619, maintain 250 knots. Maintain 77.
So you guys hear what I'm talking about in regards to the engine sound? You can hear this home, but then you hear the other sound of, you know, the from the Flight Simulator 5. I know, could you say that again, man?
United 218 heavy, maintain 17094, 3 meters down.
I don't think what I'm aiming for is a runway. It might be. See, I'm looking at this right here, but I don't think that's a runway. I think that's a taxiway.
American 767, we're ready. American 767, runway 28 right, line up away. Way right, line up away.
I know. We'll get close and we'll see. Oh, I see it now. It's right next to it. It's hard to see. It's gray right there. The green end is kind of like a hint. green for go.
American 767, runway straight right, latitude.
Is that blue? What, they have a lake in here? That's different. Oh, thanks for just flying right by me. See, I have crash detection on, but not with dynamic scenery, for that exact reason.
Vegas, monitor them. American 767 heading 290, clear right. 290, right, clear tag on American. 2014-0500, runway 27, for the land with 2.010. For the land, 6.0.
There are definitely some graphical improvements going on here.
American 767 leaving 3000, turn right 050. Leaving 3000, 050, American 767. American 767, time departure 1250. The American United 995, runway 27 left for land. Check. 24010. Thanks. Clear left on 3. 2523, take off to runway.
That sound effect is the same from Flight Simulator 5.
Terminator 612, Victor 1 and 5.
So we should be hearing tower right now.
797 heavy, turn left at Meigs, cross runway 27 left, hold square Delta.
Now by putting our flaps all the way up,
0.75.
that will change the frequency to ground. Man, I wish there was a way to change all of the dynamic scenery so it's got like airlines. Maybe there is, I don't know how.
Runway 28 center, clear to land. Heading 1405, heavy traffic, 2 mile final, amend instruction, turn left, Charlie, taxi departure. Alright, Charlie, is taxi departure.
Yeah, you can't really hear the WAV files very well. I made them loud. I know that much.
2797, heavy monitor ground 121.9. American 767, monitor the tower 120.75. 2075, great day, American.
Oh, I saw something else that's new in the control panel that I didn't mention before.
Yeah, 707, monitor the tower.
The airspeed gauge, it's got this digital readout there. That was not in Flight Simulator 5.
Good morning, Ground. The Yankee 792 heavy area. Taking clearance to increase. We have Moscow.
7492 River, East River 7492 heavy on our side. East River 7492 heavy, clear to Anchorage Airport. O'Hare 5 departure. Pumpkin. Direct Eco. November, Echo, Alpha, Tango, Oscar. Direct Dylan, Delta, Lima, Alpha, November. Direct Roding. Romeo, Oscar, November, India, Charlie. Direct Badger, Bravo, Alpha, Echo, file, fine via bridge, Squawk 1365.
Okay, Yankee 792 heavy, clear to Anchorage, O'Hare 5 departure. From again.
We're going to park over here with all the buildings. Oh, it looks like they're... Is that like a transparent side of a building? That's kind of weird. We have X-ray vision, folks. We can actually see through the building.
Tango, Sierra, Alpha 7, or I'm sorry, Tango 7, and right on Bravo. No, you're going Sierra.
Yeah, we're going to stop right here.
Guys, 5-5. What gate were you going to again?
So give you a chance to hear some of the ATC now that it goes away. Yeah, not easily hearable, but that's okay. Anyways, we're here. That's default.
Left turn on uniform and hold. Ground United 1286 heavy, push back at gate 74, Gorman 5.
Oh.
1286, push back for 25. Roger, Ground Philippine 177, foot taxi now. Philippine 107 heavy.
Heavy. Alright, well I figure to turn the radios off, we'll just turn the sound off. That works. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this first flight, this beginning flight of the World Tour with Flight Simulator for Windows 95. Be sure to check this flight out on the other simulators just for comparison. Heck, compare this with Flight Simulator 5. Compare it with Flight Simulator 98, since, you know, it's right in between those two. And then check it out on FSX, X-Plane, Flight Simulator 2 or 1. Oh my goodness, the graphics on 1 are horrible. And I know 1 and 2 look the same, but trust me, 1 is bad. It's bad as in it's very glitchy looking bad. But anyway, thanks, and I will see you on the next leg of our journey. I hope you enjoyed the beginning of our world tour and trip down memory lane with this flight simulator. Be sure to check out the other versions of this same flight with different simulators. Why? Well, it gives us a chance to look back at what was, how things changed, and it's just fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on another flight.